Everybody definition of real ain't the same. Killer.
Yeah, you can speak if you want, but not on me, baby. And no, I ain't taking no losses. Yeah, I got heat, baby. No, I don't know nothing about those. No, I don't sleep, baby.
You know, we've been gone 3 years and we forgot how to do this.
We making it work though, believe that. I'm gonna ask you the same question I asked you 3 or 4 years ago, okay? And that was, what is threat? And has your answer changed since then?
You know, I watched that video 2 weeks ago, and I was listening to the question, and I was listening to how I was answering it. And there was 4 or 5 things that was just inaccurate. But there's things that obviously who we were then and who we are now is night and day different. And if it wasn't, we wouldn't be successful. You know, our focus then was, our mission statement has always been the same, which is that's to grow this area as far as the knowledge of the talent in this area. There's always been talent in this area. Mm-hmm. So we want to definitely grow it. So 3, 4 years, I want to say 4 years ago when you asked that question, the only thing I really was mainly focused on was building teams and getting them to go to Metroplex and compete at a high level. 2 years ago, I changed directions. We changed directions as an organization, and we really started to focus in on the upper class, trying to make sure that we were restructuring, getting NCAA certified, building a relationship with colleges, building a relationship with coaches, and we quit really just focusing on our brand itself. We started focusing on the area itself, and I feel like for us, so Threat now it's more than just basketball. You know, it's media, it's apparel, it's a brand. It's not a team name. It stopped being a team name over 2 years ago. We're now a household name. We just had 300 pre-registered for first looks. And obviously,
That sounds good.
it's crazy. I just had 300 kids register who don't know where we're gonna have our tryout. They don't know when, but they know they want to be a part of it. So, and pay money to do so. So for us, that's just reassurance that we're doing what we need to be doing and that we need to be focused on the main thing, which is obviously growing basketball. Our foundation and our center is going to always be basketball. But we're also a media outlet. Like I said, we started doing that about 2 years ago. We laughed at about it. So, but now people are taking us serious. We got people wanting to sponsor our videos, and we got people wanting us to come video their kids and stuff like that. So it's different than what it was before. And I can't say that it won't change from now, but I will say, if you ask me this question 5 years from now, my main focus is going to be, we're growing the knowledge of talent in the area. And that's going to always be our main focus. We want these kids to use basketball or any sport. And I say any sport because we're moving in the spring. We're covering baseball. We're covering track. If you're doing something good in this area, we want people to know about it. So we're not going to be selfish and say, okay, I'm only going to focus in on my brand. I'm only going to focus in on the kids who put my brand on, because my mission statement would make me a hypocrite. I said I want to focus in on this area. So if there's an organization doing something good for the youth that's doing the exact same thing as me, then I'm on your team. You know, I'm helping you, you help me. If I succeed, you succeed. If I bring scouts and colleges this direction, then have your kids ready.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Obviously, you got to be athletic. You got to be successful on the court. It doesn't necessarily mean you got to be doing all the scoring. It doesn't mean you got to be doing all the rebounding. It means you got to be adding value to your team.
All around play.
We talked about are there some kids right now who are great basketball players? When they're basketball players that are not on the list, yes. While they're not on the list, obviously we're not going to tear down players and do any name calling or bring them up by name, right? So, but there are players. So for us, to wind up on the list, what we're looking for is that you remain a basketball player at all times. When you step on the court, you remain a basketball player. That doesn't mean I'm sure you're wondering what that means and what I mean by that. You want me to elaborate?
Please.
Okay. So what I mean by that is if I'm dribbling the ball down, I drive in, and I thought I was fouled, but the ref didn't blow no whistle. Or if I foul somebody and I think I didn't foul them, and I'm sitting here wanting to argue with the ref, the moment I take away from the team and attention away from the team, and I start doing the coach job, trying to tell the ref what they're doing, it's the coach job to talk to the ref.
Right.
It's not the player. And it's also the ref job to call the call, so it's not the player. Like, they don't get paid, they're not entertainers. Like, they watch a lot of this NBA stuff and then they want to do what they see on TV. Those people get paid to entertain. They're entertainers. You're a basketball player. So if you can't do that in the amount of time that you're playing your basketball game, you're not going to make all this. We're going to take it. And the reason why we do that is we went and saw the top 5 players in the state of Texas in 2019 class. And the top 5, neither one of those kids ever stopped being basketball players. They were respectful. They played the game. They played it like they loved it, and they played it like it was the last time they ever going to play it. So, did I answer everything?
You did, sir. And I just wanted to elaborate on the whole thing about the players and the refs, you know.
Connected.
And now at this time, you see more and more of that now in this game, in this age group, you know, well, I say age group, in this time, you know, there's always, you know, you got that one player that wants to argue everything with the ref, you know, and as a coach, that's hard because you got to take away from that because now you got to try to settle him down. Now you're using the timeout that you didn't need to use, and now you have to use it. And I just wish, you know, kids would go back to just playing the game, you know, let the coach take care of that, you know. And that's just how I feel about it. I just, you know, I wish we see more of that now. You know, I got a question for you, Coach, and Mr. President. And
man, if you don't quit calling me Mr. President, you can call me Mikey, you can call me Little Mike, you can call me Big Mike, you can call me Senior, you can call me mr.threat.
So tell me this, and it's been quite a buzz, all right? And I just, you know, you can just tell me as much as you can. You ain't gotta, you know, tell me everything, but
I don't know if I like where you're going with this.
I just want to know, okay? The garage. I just want to know.
You talking about the garage? You talking about what garage you talking about?
Oh, you know what garage I'm talking about. Oh, it's a hot buzz on Instagram and on Facebook.
So are you asking me about the garage, or are you asking me why the name? What are you asking me? Because you're trying to get me in trouble here. You know certain things I can't speak on. They already, man, I just got clearance to share the sign. Now here you go ask the question. What you want to know, man?
Hey, I just want to know. I just want to know. Okay, the name. Let's go with that. The name.
Okay, so why the garage?
Yeah.
Obviously, you know better than anybody when we started it.
I do, sir. I do.
You take it back too many years ago. I mean, we were laughing about it then when we was in there doing what we was doing. But we had a vision, we had a plan. You know, whether it was getting in gyms, we were struggling getting into schools, you know, because no one knew who we were. I mean, the one town that knew who we were, you know, they wasn't letting people in. So to be able to get out and to get in other gyms and stuff like that, I'm gonna stay focused because I like to ramble. The garage is where we started. You know, I mean, you talk about the garage that I train out of now, and the number of kids who train in that garage. I got kids who come to that garage, take pictures, and work out with me just because they want to say they went there. I got the top talent in the area training in the garage. So for me, you know, I also like, you know, you hear things from competitors, you hear things from people, you know, laughing about, oh, that's the dude who is doing the training in his garage, as if I'm forced to do that. No, I trained in my garage because I wanted to be able to train kids at a rate that was affordable. And I wanted to be able to train them. If we didn't need the gym, if we were working on dribbling, then I created an opportunity where it could be cost effective. And if I wanted to donate my time, I could do so without losing money. It was never about the fact that we couldn't afford and we couldn't go out and get. It was more of a business move. It was more of I wanted to meet the need more. Like, so you talk about people right now jumping out with facilities who don't have the following. They gotta raise them rates up, and they gonna have to sit here and they gonna have to let free people come in and try to build their brand, and then they gotta sit here and raise their rates high. I can keep my rates to where they at, or I can do it free if I want to out of my garage. I done trained over 150 kids out of my garage. So that's where we started. So we talk about the garage. I gotta bring the garage with me. Like, I want people to look at it. I want it to be one of those things where, like, to a kid, to one of the players, or whoever it is struggling, going back and forth on what it is they want to be. I want the name itself to tell them they can be whoever they want to be. So anytime you moving forward, you talk about facilities. I'm headed to the garage. Mama take me to the garage. I'm trying to go to the garage to hoop. We talking about the garage, you know. So that's why we chose the name. We chose the name. We took whatever our competitors, we took that, whatever they were using against us, and we're gonna make them use it. You want to run the name, run the name. It's the garage. Will you close that door, please? We in the vocal booth.
Anything for you.
Oh, thank you.
You know, I'm starting to question your craziness here right now.
Sorry.
Because how you go to be a strong arm to, oh, thank you.
I got multiple personalities.